Not that my face is that important, honestly.
My face is very important.
Incorrect.
Hey, your boy actually managed to riz a lady at a shop that he was talking to into subscribing to, at least not subscribing, but following our Twitch stream. So
How's about that? So anyway, we ready? Okay. Okay, let's hit it and get it.
so that got streamed. Fun.
Oh, nice. Well, welcome back, everybody. We were
I hope she's
caught
not
up
in the
in
audience for that.
debating the importance of Kendrick's speech, which I think sits around nothing to I think in that range, but whatever. So let's see. Last week, y'all were in weird future prison cell area that had lots of crazy, weird, magical things in it that you were very much warned not to touch by the only thing that could speak in there. And also by the DM's descriptions at length that these looked like a terrible idea to touch. And in fact, some of the party, the players, not the PCs, actually recognized them and knew they were a terrible idea to touch. Not important, I'm sure. Go into the next room, find out it's a control room, find a power switch, which is pretty cool. Hit the power switch, and a giant demon dog with a or
Scorpion tail.
wow, with a scorpion tail. Sorry, my wife texted me. Apparently, my daughter took the eraser from a mechanical pencil and shoved it up her nose. Oh, the joys of having a toddler.
Fun.
Um, yeah, a scorpion tail and like the size of a school bus if you include the tail in the length. And y'all fought that. The dwarves were on fire. Like criticals, not missing a single strike, and they melted this thing on their own. What was supposed to be a boss fight instead turned into a two-man scuffle for 2 rounds because of the ridiculous amounts of damage output that they were able to just output. It was honestly insane. Apparently I decided I needed to nerf the party because of what happened next, but it's not my fault. I take no responsibility for what happened next. The group decided to take a short rest with McGear and Kedron poking around in the old semi-functional computer that they found. Quick retcon. I named one of these things the apparently empty room right here as the hidden void. That was incorrect. Sorry, it was labeled as the carnivorous plant. Not the hidden void. That was the carnivorous plant. I had it mixed up. I apologize. Let's see. Ironcloak decided to go sit in the corner and read a book. Right, normal like short rest activities. Thule decided to go to the room filled with weird shadows that didn't point in the right direction or act like they should and maybe move and stuff and stare at them through the window for the entire short rest, which is an hour. And I'm sure you've all heard the saying when you stare into the void stares back, and it certainly did, and whispered sweet nothings into his ear that he listened to. He walked up, opened the door, got another saving throw there, rolled a natural one, walked back. The rest of the group heard the door go whoosh, or at least a few of them did, and alerted the rest. Come booking up just in time to see him stepping through the door into the room with the shadows. Ilara attempted a command spell. An open table was assembled with the players to try to decide how to handle that one due to some wording I had used describing the effect on him earlier. And it was decided that a contested wisdom check was in order.
Rollies.
Rollies, yes, essentially. Ilara rolled a 7, if I recall correctly. Maybe a 10, something like that. The creature got a 18 on the die. So, like, without even adding modifiers, it won. And with that, Thule stepped into the room. Now, establishing location of each of our intrepid heroes here, I'm going to go across the bottom just to establish where you guys are at. Now, the closest that you can be to Thule at this point is at the door into this room that I have you on in the map. So, Kedron.
Last thing I saw is him step in. Correct.
Yes.
All right.
Like as close as you can be is basically where your token is now, unless you want to be further back. I'm trying to establish like, are you guys close to the door? Or are you not?
Yeah.
So you're more or less where your token is.
More or less, yeah, just right in the doorway. I
All right.
imagine, like,
Iron Cloak.
wasn't he sitting in the corner reading?
Okay, so you're a little ways back. She just yelled, so you are back there. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep you on this one, but let me measure out your run distance here so we can see how long it'll take you to get from there to there. That is 55 feet from where you're at to the door. So that will be your run time. 55 feet divided by your speed. Uh, yeah, multiplied by Oblivion, whatever. Thule, I know where you're at. I don't need to ask you. I know exactly where you're at. Bagheer, did you come with them, or are you still back in the room poking the computer?
I'm running with them.
Okay, cool. Elara would be our final one, which she used the spell, so actually she has to be there. So now we know where everyone is. Locations have been established. Ironcloak's back here somewhere. I don't have enough map, but he's back there.
Due to line of sight,
So
we
with
need to
that,
stay in the room because otherwise I am not able to cast spells. Because if I have a line of sight, I will cast spells.
you don't have line of sight on the shadow room, like the interior of the shadow room, and you do not currently have line of sight of Thule. He stepped through the door.
That's what I'm saying. You need to put him in the door.
So you all are like, there is one person opening for this door, and if anyone's in there, it's Alara because she literally just cast a spell. So she would have to be the one in the door for that spell to go off. Thule is down in here somewhere. This door is open. We'll just open. Yeah, it's open now. There we go. He's down in there somewhere. Let me just write some stuff down real quick. All right, I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative. I'm just going to use one of these things to roll the shadows initiative because I don't have
Do you want me
a
to roll
token
as
for
well?
it. Yeah, go ahead and roll for Thule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's a 10, so that's
Not
actually going
expecting
to
that.
become a... There we go. It's not a Barcast, that's actually in the turn order. That is the shadow entity. I just don't have a token built for him. I have the stats on my paper here.
Let's see how this goes. All right.
And I also need... Where did I put it? There it is.
Brian,
Yes.
so with my feral instinct, I'm not going to have advantage on this initiative roll, right?
Um,
I'm trying to figure out
I
how
don't see
that's going to work here.
I don't see why not. Go for it.
Okay. I just wasn't sure.
Go for it. It's perfectly fine. I'll allow it.
There's the first one. There's the second one. Ugh.
Cool. Which one's your higher? The 13.13?
Yep. Also,
You didn't click on your token.
I don't have a token.
Is there not one on the map?
Nope. This is the same room that my token mysteriously disappeared. Probably an omen.
All right, I'll put you in then. It's not an 18 though. What was it? 13.3?
Yep.
Cool. I got Ilara, Magir, Thule, Ironcloak, Kedron. That looks like everybody.
Yay.
Okay. Actually, Ilara's up first. Thule is in the room. Let me just put him back in there. Doors open. He stepped inside. Also, let me just.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
Black.
Because Mama needs to play.
All right.
Excuse me.
So, you said Lara's first.
Yes.
Okay. Chris, to catch you up on what's happened. Okay.
I still can't see anything, by the way.
Okay.
Like, is the entire map black?
Yeah.
I think his token doesn't have vision.
Hold on, let me just get you access to Alara's then, so you can at least see the map right now.
Okay.
No, never mind, he's using her character sheet. I'll give it to Kedron. So I have to be able to do stuff and things. So. All right, can you see now?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Right.
You're actually
So-
seeing through Kedron eyes, but it'll work for now.
Okay.
Because technically, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
So.
That is true. Oh.
Okay, so she
Ooh,
can
we got
move-
Josh in full 720 over there.
All right, so Kristen, you have 3 feet of movement, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Kristen, cool. So we're gonna get all the way over here to the door.
Okay.
Big thing.
Here.
Just a second.
Thul walked into that and disappeared. This is one of the rooms that we were basically not supposed to touch. So not only is it open and whatever this is has the ability to get out, but Thul's walked into it and disappeared.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Elara, as you walk up there, you look into the room and you see shadows covering the floor. The light inside has gone dim and is barely casting any light at all. And as you look in, looking for Thul, you don't see him. There's not even like a lump on the floor of someone laying down. There is nothing. The floor itself looks black, like the deepest shadow. The room is beginning to grow darker as it's almost like the light is being overwhelmed.
Well, isn't that interesting?
You do hear a voice, not from the room you're looking at, but from the room next to you going, "Did I hear a door open?
What? Sorry.
Please tell me you're not that stupid." You heard a voice from the room next to you, the one with the bone collector in it, go, "Did I just hear a door open?"
So I would assume that with her yelling command to stop, and then the door opening, and then
Back.
she runs over. Are you saying anything as you run over?
No.
Like, don't go in.
I thought I already did that when I sent command. What was my command?
Your command was stop.
You gave Thul a command to say back. You don't see Thul.
So I'm not going to say anything because I really don't particularly want to call attention to myself. I'm just gonna step over here and hold my action for the time being.
Okay, what action and for what trigger?
Axes and for anything coming out of that room.
Got it. All right, Father Ironcloak, you're 55 feet back from the door. You're hearing yelling and running and bad things. How many feet away are you now? Oh, cool. You're like right here then. Okay, you're kind of there then. Okay, cool. Thule.
Yep.
Give me a wisdom saving throw. You are not within 10 feet of Alara.
Wisdom saving throw.
Because we moved away from the
Normal.
door. No longer 10 feet from him.
16.
I didn't
Okay,
see-
okay. Not bad.
No, but you moved away from the door.
You look into this room, right? Just a little bit of a rewind.
I don't want to get taken.
Safety, comfort,
Wisdom saving
beautiful. You step in, and as your foot makes contact with a shadow, you step through the ground. You fall inwards. You are floating in a void. You look around you, and there is nothing. There is no place that you came from. There is no place to go. There are no stars. There is no light. There is nothing but eternal void surrounding you. And at first, this is peace. It is comfort. And it continues to be so.
I don't know why anyone would
You
want
are-
to leave this place.
You are happy. You are safe. This has to be one of the best places that you could possibly ever be.
Well, at least you'll be happy as you decay into eternity.
Take 47 points of force damage. But all you feel
Oh!
is warm and fuzzy and comfort.
How much damage did you say?
47 points of force damage. You
Okay.
are happy and content. You are becoming one with the void, and all is as it should be. All right. That will be your turn because you're still under its effects.
Yep.
It is now the entity's turn. Shadows begin to creep out into the hallway. They are moving like they shouldn't, for certain. The floor first becomes darker gray, then black, and they trace along the walls, but even inside of them, they become darker and darker. So that's 5. Actually, no, wait, I'm not doing movement, I'm doing growth. I need to roll for that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ilara, I need you to firstly roll me a d4. 1 and 2, it grows towards you. 3 and 4, it grows away from you. So that's about where it's sitting right now. Towards you. So as it reaches within 5 feet of you, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
I
It
get
is
to
now
roll-
making contact with your shadow.
I
It's a
get.
growth.
Oh, that's a d4. That's not a.
I know.
That's just me deciding which way. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. Okay, wisdom save. You said.
Yes.
Are we gonna lose Laura too?
You're welcome.
23. No, this is definitely scary. Now as it grows towards you and begins to envelop your space, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw to jump backwards out of it as your footing disappears out from under you, and your feet start to slip, and you almost begin to fall in. Girl, you got
Plus-
this. You are now
plus
5 feet back.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Like, you're fine. You are able to leap back by 5 feet just as you feel the ground underneath you seem to disappear as you were about to fall in. Cool. Something came out. You have a held action.
Not really
Are
sure
you
what
swinging at the darkness?
but you know what?
The choice
I
is
have-
yours. You can or you cannot. It's up to you.
I have smite, and I might as well see if it works. I'm just gonna
Go for
swing.
it. So which? Okay, which is your first axe that you're using? Your radiant axe?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a d10 for me.
Wow, that's not helpful.
That's terrible.
Yep, that's
Catastrophic,
pretty
one might say.
You don't have a radiant axe.
Oh, minimum damage to you. So that is 11 damage. Because it's significantly less than Thule because literally just your hand goes inside of it. You swing down. Your arm passes the floor into nothing, and all of a sudden you feel as if your arm and your hand that goes inside is being ripped apart atom by atom, and you take minimum damage of 11 points of force damage. And as you withdraw your hand, this handle that is your radiant axe is about 90% disintegrated and is no longer functional.
well, that really sucks.
Broke a magic item? That's not fun.
That's what the D10 was
Yeah.
for.
So the exit's this way, right?
Yeah. But that's just its growth.
Okay, cool.
Hey, look, it moves away from you. And it gets about that far.
The T.
That will be its turn. Kedrin. Kedrin, you're up.
Okay. I had a plan, but then I remembered something, so I'm looking something up real quick.
You hear from the room there kind of next to the door, the one you know the bone collector to be in, to go, oh, that's not good. You probably want to put him back in his cage.
Does
As
McGear
I'm doing that, as I start,
Oh, yeah, you're right there next
as
to him.
I'm
He's
glancing
shouting
back
at
and
this.
forth, I'm gonna say, any helpful tips?
Let me out and I'll show you.
Yeah, he's kind of in between us and you.
All right, I'm
I'm
going
safe in here.
to put
Till
on
he
the
go-
cape of Mont Blanc.
Who has the bag?
I do. I've had this whole time
Okay.
since we come back.
Oh, okay, I thought McGear had taken it back at
No,
some
because
point.
I had it because of the egg, but I didn't tell anybody that I had put the egg. I had already
That's
dropped off
right.
the egg.
Okay. Yeah, so you reach in, you grab the cape of Mont Blanc, throw it on real quick.
And I am going to take a step over. I'm on there.
Mhm.
And I'm going to grab a hold of McGear and say, come with me. And I'm going to Dimension Door.
Sweet, where are you going? You have
What
500 feet.
What's the range on Dimension Door again?
500 feet.
500 feet. Oof. I'm going to Dimension Door to the top of the ladder. And then
Okay.
use the rest of my movement to start sliding. How tall up is the ladder?
I mean, it's a good 20-foot ladder.
If it's 20 foot, I'm jumping back down because 20 feet does not do any damage to me.
Oh, yeah, you got those cool springy legs.
Yeah. So
Okay, so Josh, are you going with? You can resist if you want to.
Why are we dimension door? Why? What are you doing?
You can choose not to go to me. If you come back, if you want to come back down, it's good. But at least this way, if we have to, we can get out. If we're on this side,
I have. No, I'm not
you can
going
choose
with.
not to come with me.
I'm not going with you.
Okay. Okay,
Right.
Kedron, you to the other side, and McGear is not in your hands.
All right. Then, as I drop down, I will go over and try to slap the door button to close the door and see if I can have him go back in. If not, I'm gonna open it up again.
So you go over and you slap the button on the door, and it goes whoosh, and it closes, and you hear almost a scream inside of your minds as doop, whatever was inside of that room is cut off. But it's still moving. It's still there. It's just been severed.
Okay. Then I'm guessing that's all I can do.
Yeah, pretty much. Are you opening the door back up?
I'm leaving it closed for now.
Okay. Cool. McGear.
Actually, wait. If I have an interact to do another one,
What were you gonna do? Trying to figure out if because you already
I would say probably
used
because
your.
I just asked that because you
Hold
asked
on.
me if I wanted to hit the button.
Oh yeah, because you only hit it once. Yeah, you can use a bonus action, right? You can upscale and interact
Yeah.
to a bonus. So
Yeah.
yeah, because you've used your action for Cape of Mont Blanc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it then.
Well, you used your action.
Yeah.
Used an interact to slap a button. I'm saying you can upscale from an interact with you can use a bonus action to hit another button, rather than using your bonus action for anything else.
I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it for now.
McGear, you're up.
So I'm going to yell to the bone collector. This thing's right next to your door. If I get you out, how quickly can we get this contained? Because I'm not falling in. What even is this?
A few questions there. The answer fairly quickly, pretty quickly. Bad. It's really bad, and also doesn't really pose a threat to me.
I also assuming that I don't know that Thul went in there, so.
Into the void? You saw him step into the room.
Oh. Our friend got sucked in.
Oh, he's gone.
No way to get him back?
Not unless you fancy going in after him, and then good luck, because then you'll have to get out. And that's a whole nother thing. Then you'll be gone too, so.
How much y'all talking in 6 seconds?
Yeah, that's about all you're getting. Like, you have to make actions now. Like, that's the extent of a conversation you can have in 6 seconds, pretty much.
Cool.
And I'm stretching it there.
The button on his door is activated, correct?
I mean, it's all on the control panel. Like, everything's powered up.
So there's not one at his door. It's over here.
No, it's all of the door controls are on the control panel.
Where I'm at.
Yeah.
So
what
how
Kedron is
did
at.
Thul?
He walked to the control panel, hit the button. You all heard the button or heard the door kind of whoosh open, and that's why you got to this outer door about the same time he got to that inner door. Because you guys were moving roughly similar distances.
Because we were looking at a different computer with more stuff
Yes, you were looking at a different computer.
in the
That
other
actually had
room because it
information.
had information that you like to look at.
Yeah.
Copy that.
Yay,
don't have
Linux.
I don't have anything to bring Iron Cloak with me, so I'm going to go.
Well, Iron Cloak's still like across the room, isn't he? Or did he get over there?
No, he's about 5 feet from the door.
Okay.
To
Yeah, you could have taken him.
Oh, I didn't. No, yeah.
and then How many feet?
You
Oh,
can go
God.
forward one more without. Yeah, you're gonna be right on the edge. You're gonna be making saving throws there.
Oh boy. 3.
If you move forward one, okay, give me a wisdom saving throw. Because you are now within 5 feet. It touches your shadow.
No freaking way!
Oh,
Good thing I have Lucky.
Josh, do you have a backup character?
I have Lucky.
Oh,
You do. We already know a 16 doesn't work.
at least it won't be a critical. Hey,
From a natural 1 to a natural 20. That right
Oh,
there is
boy.
what
you
lucky
got a
is for,
chunky
ladies and
wisdom
gentlemen.
save.
You gotta take
How are you a plus 10 wisdom? What are you?
Really awesome. I also have a plus 11 intelligence save.
Okay.
Even
Yeah,
higher
so
if I'm
anyways.
It'd be cool if you actually rolled like that.
Yeah, right? So
Anyway,
anyways, you are safe. Like you feel it begin to like
I'm not
lure
done
you
yet.
in.
I am using Misty Step.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware you're not done yet.
To
I was
get
just
there.
the save is what I was narrating here. You begin to feel that lure, like, man, that does look really safe. Nope, that's probably really bad, actually. And then you misty step to there. Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is the hallway enough to where I can go past Lara without issues?
Yeah, you can get past Alara.
5, 6. Is that 30 feet? That's 30 feet. Also, it doesn't burn a slot because I touched.
But Misty Step is a bonus action.
Yep.
So you still have your action and your interact with objects.
I'm going to turn around. Take that back. Before I complete my movement, if I'm allowed the retroactive.
Sure.
Before I pass Lara, I'm going to turn and firebolt at the void.
Your action? Okay. Disappears as soon as it touches. It just kind of like it's like shooting a firebolt into deep space.
Nope. And I'm going to get my last part of movement.
Awesome. You hollering anything as you get closer, or just moving?
Run!
Kedrin, get that guy out of there quick. We can't fight this thing.
Cool. Are you responding? You can make a quick response. I'll allow it.
Are you sure about that?
This thing grows. I'm less scared of the guy with the bone face. I'll take my chances.
All right.
At least he sounds like a gentleman. This thing doesn't even
Alara?
care.
Oh, I already told him what the bone collector does. I gave him a recap.
Right.
He's
Bone
not
collector
super
sounds
not a
friendly.
good guy. He's just a little, questionable.
He's a lesser evil.
Okay, that's probably true. Ilara, it's your turn. Ilara, darling, what are we doing today?
Question. Can I smite on my acid arrow?
It does have to be a melee attack, as per rules written.
Okay, I'm gonna run. No.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Go for it. Like you can 40 feet. You got 40 feet of movement. You can dash. You can whatever.
Yeah, let's just do that. Yep. Door is over here.
Yeah, there's a ladder. That's a 20-foot ladder. Hold on, is like over here. Is a 20-foot ladder.
Oh, that's behind turn order. Okay.
It's kind of over by Kedron.
All right. Cool.
Like,
Yep. I'm just gonna come hang out over here-ish by Kedron.
great idea.
Not gonna leave my friends behind, but I also don't really want to be anywhere near that thing. So
It's probably fair. Yeah, so you took tried to take the one dude who could teleport, and completely left the other guy behind.
To be fair, he
Speaking
can go around the
of-
outside. We already established there's a hallway around the back of these cells.
There is a little hallway around the back of these cells, yes.
For now.
For now. Speaking of Ironcloak. Hey, Father Ironcloak, what you doing? Yeah. Hallway's real shadowy and dark, really ominous. Like, it's it's scary. So the floor itself is pitch black. The light looks like it's being consumed. It would be lightly obscured area, kind of like a semi-dense fog, but of like just lessened light. Yeah, it's hazy, but you can still see the other side.
Do we just
Yeah, it's shadowy and moving and not right. It definitely gives some vibes of the thing that was in that one room. Nobody's answering apparently because they're off in La La Land.
Yep. I thought we weren't going to show McGear that new whisper function yet.
I think Jacob threw him into it,
I think he. Yeah.
and I know you can't hear when you're in it. So let me just call or text Jacob here. So what you doing?
So
Wow,
did
what's going
Kedron push the button when Josh asked him to?
I didn't
No.
have any
Oh, they're
action
back.
to do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I
didn't
thought he
hold
held it.
anything, so he's just standing
Oh.
up there. No one has actually at the panel with an action to use right now.
Gotcha.
So Ironcloak, what you up to? Okay, Ironcloak did holler at you guys.
Oh, I had to talk to Josh for a quick second. Sorry, separately. So what was it that he said? Why?
Yeah.
I don't bloody know. He just opened the door. That's it.
Sunlight, 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 sunlight.
Sunlight and run away really fast.
Ah,
It's fair.
You're welcome.
You didn't think you'd be fighting the literal void. I mean, to be fair, I didn't think you would be fighting the literal void.
By the way, our other campaign is called The Void Awaits. Let's not have this be the void we're talking about.
Yep, 6 seconds. High pressure situation. Real tense. Yep. So that's 5 feet. You're there.
Guys, we only have a few minutes left to eat, okay?
Yeah. You want to vocalize that prayer or
You hungry?
All Father?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's weird. That's really weird.
You
catch
like
you off guard.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't know how to handle it.
You're just gonna keep
Okay, so I'm just going to go a little meta here and open up the round table again because I don't know how to handle this.
Wait. What's going on?
He's casting banishment on this thing.
Well, we can't give you information on feedback until we know like
Yeah,
some details. That so
it is
is it or is it
Kinda.
not of another plane of existence?
it is its own plane of existence.
If it's its own plane of existence, what is here would that not be a bleed into our plane? So that would just put
No,
it
like
all
it's
back.
its own plane of existence that also exists on this plane of existence, kind of. Because
Would
it
that not create the effect of like putting a bag of holding in a portable hole?
Oh, crap.
No, that
Yes.
makes sense, but oh
Um,
no.
actually that makes a lot of sense.
That makes too much sense, but I wish you didn't say that now.
Oh no.
Oh
Hey, go ahead and
no.
drop that in the chat for me.
Gosh, why?
Yeah, you're banishing a plane of existence to its plane of origin, which is itself.
Gosh, what have you done?
I didn't do anything.
Does that give it substance?
Iron Cloak, I need you to drop banishment in the chat for me right now. Okay, you attempt to send one creature thing. Okay, creature. It's a plane of existence.
So does it not work? Just failed
That's
spell?
the weird part, because like functionality wise, it grows and expands, but it's not really alive. It's almost like a virus. You see within range to another plane of
Does
existence.
it have a stat block?
It does.
Does it have a does it have a creature stat block? Or does it have a
It-
non-creature like weird stat block?
It has a really weird stat block.
How close is it to like a standard like creature stat block of any sort?
I mean, I formatted it as one, but not really.
Okay, this is just gonna come down to a judgment call. You just have to make a decision on that, whether it's a creature
Here,
or not.
let me help reshape this a little bit. It screamed when we separated it from the door. Therefore, it is.
Hey, you heard like it's discomfort in your mind. It was weird. Kind of like you get the feelings of safety whenever you get too close. You got the feeling of discomfort, and those that were farther away, it was lessened.
Does it have a?
Okay. To some degree, this plane of existence is also a form of entity in its own right.
Kinda.
It may not be one of high intelligence
Okay.
and basic instinct, but there
Because it's
is
almost like a virus, right? Is a virus alive?
technically
Eh?
yes.
Yes.
Technically, no.
No,
Technically,
bacteria
yes.
is alive.
Bacteria is alive. Viruses are not technically living creatures,
Viruses are not alive.
according to science. It definitely lies in that weird realm of almost a virus. Okay, give me a second.
Rule
Okay,
of
here's what
cool.
we're gonna do. Iron Cloak, roll me a d4. 1 and 2, it will affect the creature and it'll have to make the thing. It will count it as a creature. 3 and 4, we will not count it as a creature. Because it's really freaking weird and esoteric, and I didn't. Yes, because you don't know that. Like, this is all meta discussion right here. Okay, so it does. Okay, so it needs to make a save. What is the save I'm making?
Con.
16.
Yes, but what stat here? Charisma. Okay. Yikes. For you. It's a 17 on the die. It doesn't even matter.
Guessing he has a high charisma.
No, it's a 17 on the die. Like, I'm not even adding anything. And the DC is 16, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, because if it had been yes, and also it succeeds, it definitely would have been a larger version of a bag of holding into a portable hole, because that's really big.
And we all would have found ourselves in the astral plane.
At minimum, if not some other weird plane, because it's also not a bag of holding and portable hole.
And probably would have blew up Vatican while we're at it.
That's a possibility.
I
All
mean,
right.
amazing
Iron
horror
Cloak, anything else on your turn?
to us. Interesting. Like, I don't know, the stupid neck snapping thing. or the guy that doesn't like showing his face, or everything else trapped here for that matter.
So yeah, Iron Cloak.
Oh.
Sorry.
Did he feel the spell latch onto something, or did he feel it not take hold?
Yeah,
Like,
you'll feel it attempt to latch to something but find no purchase. You have the outer hallways you could run through.
I don't understand why we're not getting the heck out of here and locking a magic box.
at the same time, the guy we've been trialing with, we don't know he's dead.
I
Are
stuck
you moving?
my arm in there and it disintegrated my magical axe.
Yeah, nobody else knows that.
I yelled and I'm holding half of an axe. What needs to be explained about that?
Yeah, he actually hasn't been close enough to see.
Anyway,
So are you moving? So like this dimly lit area here is an outer hallway that you can run down. So okay. Just giving you your options. Forgot how little movement you have. So this hallway is a little more lit up than I have it showing right now. We'll say this hallway is pretty lit up. But
does
oh,
the
yeah.
creature have the effect of magical darkness?
No, so the floor looks like magical darkness. The walls look like magical darkness. The air inside of that space is like hazy dark. Like you can kind of see through it, but it's lightly
Dim light.
obscured. Lightly obscured. Oh yeah. It was like hanging to the corners in the room, and now it's taking up most of a hallway. Yeah, sure. Sure, absolutely. Hey Thule,
Yep.
what's your HP at, buddy?
I am at. Oops, wrong one. 51.
Cool. One more wisdom save.
Oh yeah. Come on, big money, big money, big money. Oh nope.
Nope. Cool. Peace, contentment, happiness, and joy. 4, 5, 6. Let's just roll them all at once. I'll have to use some of my D100 pieces, but I can make it happen. Why? Because I like the sound of.
So I was double checking something just to make sure that we didn't have
Yeah.
it in our party, but I realized it's not going to help because divine intervention isn't until level 10.
Mm,
That could have been something farther Iron Cloak could do if we were stronger, but you're not level 10, so
Oh, I'm next.
because I thought it was at a lower level, so I was like, wait a minute, don't you have that? But I was incorrect.
you
Yeah.
take 56 points of
Oh,
force
that's all.
damage. Yeah. How much HP you got left?
Zip.
Iron Cloak, or Thule, rather. Sorry, Thule, the other dwarf. I'm gonna wait till Alara and Magir get back.
Yep.
Thule, your mind fades to nothing as you are truly one with the void. The peace that you have known is the last feeling that you ever feel as your body crumbles to dust. There is nothing in the void, and there can be nothing in the void. The matter has been extinguished, but you slipped away into the peaceful afterlife, having known true comfort.
Sweet.
It is now the void's turn.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh no, your character just died. I'm so sorry, but screw you.
No one
After me
stopped me.
repeatedly asking him if he's sure he wants to stare at it for an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Vote of silence for the damned. But now after that, let's talk
5,
crap about him.
6. Okay. And then it'll move 5 feet that way because it was. Actually, no, hold on. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this. Somebody roll me a d4. 1 and 2 is to the right. 3 and 4 is to the left for movement.
There you go.
To the right. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right.
You forgot to switch to the left.
Nope, he's only going to the right. Because he's always right.
Thul, did you run back the opposite direction rather than down the hallway?
You can shut the door.
Door control is up by Kedron.
Oh crap. No.
Speaking of, Kedron.
All right, how many? If I spend all of my action economy, full action,
Yeah.
to push buttons, how many buttons can I push?
So you would have action.
No movement, no action,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
nothing.
I'm getting there. I'm counting action because you can upscale, right? You can't downscale. So like you can use like action for movement. You can use like an action to do a bonus action. Huh? Yeah. Sorry. Whatever. Yeah. You can downscale. You can't upscale. Yeah. Okay. So action, bonus action, movement. Because I'm counting interact as the absolute lowest.
Yeah. 'Cause
And interact.
4?
4
5?
buttons.
4 buttons. First thing I'm going to do, remind me, what was in this room?
That's the bone collector.
This room.
That one,
This one?
oh yeah, that one was pure blackness.
Don't open no matter what?
Yeah,
Is...
which was different from the shadows.
Okay.
So this one is the one that looked empty, and you got the name for it being the carnivorous plant. Or no, sorry, that was the darkness that he told don't open. He said don't open no matter what. This was the flesh that hates. I think flesh that hates, empty room, shy guy, thingamajig, the statue.
Okay.
Was it? I'd have to go back and look. No, because there's one extra room. Okay, yeah. So it would have been darkness over here, and then I think flesh that hates down
I'm
here,
going
and then this one
to-
was the empty one.
Seeing that the doorway is
Something like
closed
that.
off, I'm going to yell, Father Ironcloak, try to find another way out. And I'm going to close this door here that's between the shadow and him,
Yep.
open the door in the room he's in, the big door that we haven't explored yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 of them.
Yep.
Open this door and hold to close if I see something I don't like.
What about the
The
bone?
Cool.
The bone guy, that's the one I just clicked, the last one.
Yeah, the last one is the bone guy.
The bone
Okay.
collector that you were talking to.
Cool. Let me just add him to the initiative. I need something to use as him. Thul, I'm gonna use your
Also
token
gonna
as
yell,
him.
Yep.
McGear, this was your idea. If it goes bad, it's on you. Open.
Tell that to Thule.
No, I'm talking about opening the bone collector den.
Tell
Cool.
that to.
All right, so you're holding your last one in case you see something you don't like.
Yeah.
Awesome. McGear.
Yeah, I'm continuing to go the nope direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna do another blind shot of the firebolt in the direction of hoping I hit something in the shadow.
It goes into the shadows. It goes into the shadows.
Screw those shadows. Screw them all.
Your shadows suck, man. You shouldn't have messed with them. All right. With that, it'll bring it to the bone collector's turn. Let's see. Let me get a measure here. Kind of doop. It's to about right there. So this dead barcast will be him. I'm gonna take like all the stuff off of it, and then that'll be him because I don't have a token for him. But right there, he comes walking out to about there and goes, "Oh yes, thank you. Now, if you'd be so kind as to find the button, it looks like a cone with 3 little concentrically larger semicircles coming out from it. I believe it should be a single button with 2 of those facing towards each other. That would help."
Could I use that held button push for that, or no?
You said you see something you don't like. Do you like this guy?
I mean, I certainly don't like him, but I mean,
Sure,
that
why not? I'll
that
allow it.
wasn't the spirit of it. But if you'll give it to me, I'll take it.
You know what? You guys need all the help you can get at this point.
I'll push the button he said.
All right, and with that, amazingly bright lights flare up all around you. You are all blinded momentarily as you and like you're blinking and shoving, like putting your hands up, and you can still barely see. Like we're talking like the sun has illuminated inside of here, just massive floodlights, and that sense of discomfort you got earlier redoubles, and again and again, as it begins to try to, as it shrinks and goes up against the door that it came from before. Roll me 5d10, and then the bone collector goes, "Oh yes, and you'll need to open that door back up."
I can't do that yet, so
Yeah, he's telling you what you'll need to do though. So roll me 5d10. Nice.
Dang.
not too shabby.
All right. He's actually going to spend his turn walking a little more. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Pardon me. Kind of scoots past McGear there.
Wait, you got 2 turns? Worth of walking?
That'll be his turn.
Did you get 2 turns worth of walking?
Movement, action. Movement, action. He has a deceptively fast stride.
Is that it for his turn?
Yes. He literally used his action to keep moving.
So McGear then?
Ilara.
Or Lara?
Or no, McGear already went, didn't he?
Oh.
Oh yeah. No, I
Yeah, McGear kept going nope and tried to throw a firebolt at it. Yeah, so Ilara. It's like, I didn't skip McGear.
So am I able to go down and push the button? Would I know?
Yeah, you can go down and push the button.
Okay, I will push button.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Kedron's standing right there. Like, he can, like, yeah, that's the right one. So, yeah, sure, go for it. Communication is a thing.
Yes. No,
Button.
no, that to the left. What? No, not that far to the left. There. Yes.
Button.
Yes. So, door open. You'll want to close that when he goes in there, or it goes in there. These lights don't last very long.
But
Anything else on your turn?
I will
You're
push
closing
the
it
button.
right now?
No, once he's in there.
The shadow hasn't gone inside. Okay,
She
once
says
he's in there,
she's
cool.
saying
You're
she's holding an action to
Okay, cool. I was like, you're pressing it right now? Hey. Okay, holding action for that. Got it. Iron Cloak. The door slams shut. You actually see tendrils of shadow begin to underneath the door, and then immediately back as if scalded. The door behind you opens on the other side of that room, which is a ways away.
You
If
can
you're
drag.
there, that would be.
I guess it wouldn't
Yeah,
work to
but
drag
he's
him.
streaming.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to just give some descriptions here. It's about 90 feet to the other side. Nothing came out of it. You kind of look into it and you see kind of a hallway, but you're also a ways away. Awesome. Fun thing, I'm actually using your token to mark your progress on the other page. You are now 40 feet from it, 45 rather, sorry. You're beginning to see kind of a hallway, but you can't really make out much past that at this distance. See a bit of rubble in there. All right, back to the other group since he dashed. It is now the thing's turn, and it very much would like to go back to its room because that's the only place that's dark. You're right back in there. It's inside.
Button.
Button, doors.
Yeah, McGear
Close.
communicates that it's in. It's in.
Awesome. The thing is locked away.
And the bone collector is free, and
And with that, yeah, Bone Collector is, as we drop out of initiative, Bone Collector is climbing out of there. He's already like up on the ladder, moving quickly.
I'm going to hit the button to open the door back up to that other room and yell,
Yeah.
Father Ironcoke, come back. It's back in.
Ironcloak, by this point, you're getting to the door. You look down the hallway. It is a hallway, and about 10 feet into it is a cave-in. Just complete collapse. Not within the 10 feet. I mean, eventually, yeah, if he like comes close to the door and everything, because like that's a long way. But like, yeah, he can get over to you and eventually and start yelling. Because like I said, we're out of initiative at this point.
Well, I wasn't going to head to the door. I was just going to yell.
Okay, then give me a perception check.
Because I was going to turn around after that.
Give me a con check to see how loud you can yell, Kedron. I feel like con would be a good one for how loud you can yell. Because you're not going for like pretty yelling. You're going for loud.
Be right back. Gotta use the restroom.
Yeah, go for it. We're about to take a break. Okay. And then Ironcloak, perception check. No, you don't hear him, but we will go ahead and go to break there. Because it is considerably late. So we'll be back here in a little bit, guys. After having lost our first member of the campaign, Brother Thule, returning to the void. All right, welcome back, everybody. So we lost one of our members. We have our first official PC death on our hands. And with that, we're back to the group. We are out of initiative. The hallway is now clear as the thing has been recontained back to its room. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go look in the room. Make sure it's actually contained.
How long do you stare into the room?
15, 30 seconds. Long enough to see what's in there.
Okay, cool.
An hour.
Shadows that don't behave as they should, mostly sticking to the corners and the walls, protruding out in places and stand in ways that they shouldn't. Much like when you first found it.
No evidence of a dwarf-sized body.
No.
I'm gonna come back to the group and, like, very sullenly.
Well, before you come back, while you're running down there, I actually had something.
Mhm.
Gonna turn. Is this the bone guy, the bone collector? Where's he?
He's like halfway up the ladder.
I'm gonna yell up at him. You. How do we get
Yes.
our companion back?
You don't.
What do you mean we don't?
He's gone.
Gone where?
Nowhere. He doesn't exist anymore. I think. I don't know. I never really investigate that thing very far, but yeah, he's gone.
Like dead?
At the very least.
I'm assuming by this time is when McGear's walking back.
Yeah, right around now is when Migir's walking back.
There's no body in there. All it is the shadows. Hey, before you're gone, why were you locked up and how are you still alive? I get that you're in a hurry to be out
He's
of...
at the top of the ladder and he looks down and goes, because I'm not like you, and because I'm not like you. And then he's just out off the ladder and gone.
All right, cool. Fair enough. There was the temptation to just, like, Misty step up to the top and shut the door on him, but, you know.
Like he was at the top of the ladder looking down at you, like body halfway through the hole.
Oh, yeah, one good
Saying
solid
this.
Sparta kick, and then, you know, shut the door.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let the party deal with the
How
Okay.
strong are you?
I'm
How strong are you?
enough? Strong enough.
a negative strong.
Sure.
my
You
negative
can
one
certainly
strength
try.
my negative one strength does have nothing to do with it.
Anyway,
Yeah,
turn back
anyway.
to the rest of the group. We need to get to. We need to get a report back immediately. This place needs to be secured. Miguel, can you relock that manhole the way we found it?
Absolutely. My question is, do we really want to report this for someone else to push buttons?
It's in Vatican. Somebody's going to find out about it anyway. And do you want to be the ones they know investigated it and didn't tell them anything?
How do we report this without them pushing buttons?
We tell them what happened, that these are extremely dangerous, report it only to the highest levels of authority, make them know this place is death, that these are demons not to be released and to be safeguarded.
As one just walked out the hole.
We did what we could. Seems one escaped. We needed more reinforcements. We
You
were
want to
not-
delve deeper?
Huh?
You want to go deeper?
Not
Alright, so
particularly
at
right
this point,
now.
You can say something because, like, you know, you actually know what the exit looks like down that way.
I don't particularly feel like going deeper at the moment. We need to seal it up and get more hands here to secure this place.
Oh yes, more people to lead to the fire.
Would
Absolutely.
you rather leave it here for some random person to stumble upon?
That's exactly what happened. That they couldn't open it.
Or for another group to be sent up here only to be killed?
I feel like there's a no-win scenario here.
There is no win here. We need to, but the
How about
best option is
this?
to have more people to
Let's
watch.
report it, bury it, and go on our next excursion out of Vatican.
Oh, trust me.
and it's not a problem anymore.
If our new mission is any guide, they will most certainly be burying the existence of this place.
I think the farmer's going to need a new farm.
Probably. Yes, that's a definite.
What do... Did we recover Thul's relic?
No.
Oh, that's not good.
You want to explain why we also don't have a relic? And just not explain that and hope for the best.
The keepers are aware of essentially portable holes. I would assume that this was one that was alive?
I don't
Alara,
know.
what happened to your axe?
No, she needs to reroll that still.
Oh yeah, Ilara. Sorry. So I meant to have you roll a d20, not a d10 for that. So I need you to re-roll that for me. Axe is still gone. Okay, cool.
Dang it.
Alara, what happened to your axe?
Oh, your arm is also a little jacked up. Like you're missing patches of flesh from that damage.
What happened to your arm?
That blackness ate it. This hurts.
Thul walked into that?
Yeah, I really don't think he's alive, guys.
You should fix that. I'm sorry about your axe.
At this point, I think we need to get a report in. I'll start riding off towards Vatica if you'll keep guard on this gate after you lock it up.
You guys didn't come from Vatica. You came from.
Yeah, we didn't. But I'm going straight to the high level with this because this is not something they probably want me to whisper around to
This
my
goes to the
lower level
keepers.
commander.
Daddy!
This goes to the keepers. The original ORG.
Well, I don't have access to like the head of the keepers, but this is probably something that like my father could pass along to the head of the
Let me just
keepers. So
open that up. Botbury, which is a ways from Vatica. Like it's like with horses, it's like a 2-day ride, something like that, 3-day.
Sorry to tell you this, McGear. I don't think the Keepers are the original ORG. I'm pretty sure that
Fine, just
ORG
drop
was
the
along
RM.
way
No,
before
wait.
the Keepers.
Father
were.
Ironcloak, you have sending, right? Access to it.
Are you guys coming to get me, or am I? I mean, like,
He didn't
Which-
hear you. Yell
I didn't hear you
earlier.
the first time, and ain't nobody
you
come
would
down
have
to tell
seen.
me.
You would have seen the door that we went through open back up, though.
I'm gonna point out that like I just saw a mass like basically consume everything in a hallway. I'm probably not waiting to see if it comes through that door.
If I notice that you're not there, I'll go and look. Then
Okay, yeah, you walk down to the door. Iron Cloak, it's been a minute since you've heard anything, and that is a collapsed hallway in front of you. What have you been doing?
Digging through said collapsed hallway, I guess.
Yeah, he's been moving rubble with his bare hands this entire time, and
Father
he's got
Ironcloak.
like a few inches in.
Father Ironcloak.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go get him.
Well, at this as I'm walking over, like
Yeah, no, like
aggressively
Kedron's
toward
like
him.
walking towards you saying this. So you can hear him
Yeah.
at this point.
It's contained.
How'd you manage that?
The gear decided that we should accept the help of that creature. Given the choices, I decided to go along because we didn't have
which
very many
creature?
options.
Which creature?
The one that was talking at us.
And
Father Ironcloak, I need your help. We need. Do you have can you magically communicate back to Vatica that we need some very high-level individuals to secure this location? Extremely dangerous.
if you mention that they need to go up the food chain on the keepers and mention ORG, I'm sure someone will get involved very quickly.
Which I'm sure there's a protocol for like turning in stuff like we need like the highest level folk to take a look at this.
Yeah, typically you go through your supervisor. Or at least your department chief. So like you would go like if you need to go above your supervisor, you would usually go to the person who's in charge of that city.
If
The
I had
chief.
sending, I
That's-
just skip the command and go directly to the head keeper because screw protocol.
Yeah, except it has to be someone you're familiar with.
Yeah, that's why I was
That's the
suggesting
head
earlier
keeper.
going to my father because he's the head of the Inquisitor, so he has high level like clearance,
The highest level.
the highest level clearance. So, and this seems like on the scale of stuff well as what he would deal with because it's the same level or arguably higher than the werewolf mission.
I mean, the werewolves are.
I mean, Ironcloak, you are familiar with his dad.
I know.
Okay. Again, not trying to
You-
influence your decision. Just
You shouldn't have let him out.
Say what?
You shouldn't have let him out. You should have just sealed the door.
We had no way to seal the door above us while we were where we were at. Either way, that thing would have gotten out.
No, I'm talking about not letting the bone collector out. Obviously, there was no way to not let the void out once.
If there was protocols to conceal and contain wherever this thing was, I'm sure there's one in the archives of whatever this.
restrain and guard.
Yeah, if there was a protocol or however the things in here work for putting that thing back in its cell.
I don't know
There's
about
something.
I don't know about you, but nothing I tried worked on it. So I don't know what exactly you think was going to what anyone could do against this thing.
Bright light worked. Very, very bright light. And it came from a. I don't know. He pushed a mechanism on the panel, and the ceiling lit up like the sun. And
Did-
the creature.
Can you
whatever it
control the
was,
sun?
went back inside, and we closed its door. It's now back in its room.
Do you know anyone who can control the sun?
The button controlled the ceiling, which made it look
I-
like the sun.
Great. But if this had gotten out, do you know anyone who can control the sun?
I know a dragon.
In the Feywild, stuck in a mountain.
No, that was in the Underdark.
Or in the Underdark, stuck in a mountain. You should have.
I know a couple things.
You should have closed the door.
We did close the door. It screamed and didn't die, and it kept expanding.
No, you should have closed the door at the top of the ladder.
Oh, I didn't have access to those buttons. Kedrin.
That's not on buttons. That's a manhole.
Oh yeah, that's a manhole, not a button up above.
That's just a chunk of lead.
It
That's all it is.
obviously was containing stuff down here long before we got here.
So quick recap: it was a lead manhole cover with the arcane lock spell cast on it.
Yeah, that could keep out like dogs that can't open like doors, but I feel like this guy could still slip through that. Just gonna like a little, you know. That is a little bit meta, but yeah. I guess.
Yeah, that's a little bit meta, but I'm just stating from our point of view, it obviously kept whatever was down here.
I don't think it was that. I think it was its room specifically. The other, it seemed to flow under the other doors of the other rooms and have no problems with that. It was odd. Like
The only
its
door
room
that
was-
it flowed under, and the only person that saw it was Ironcloak when it flowed through the underneath the big door into the main control
Okay, I
room
just
after
thought it was
him.
like also covering into the other rooms because of the way that you had the.
Impossible to
circle?
tell, but meta-wise, no.
Okay, I was just like because of the way that you had the circle, I thought it was going. in
No,
the
sorry,
other
that's just
direction.
from my understanding of where it's at. like,
Okay.
but
That
anyways,
was just a
no, Iron Cloak, you did see it start to flow underneath the big blast door
Yeah.
that he closed behind you. And then it pulled back.
Why
But-
would a dimension be afraid of sunlight?
Anyhow, we are where we are
Yeah.
now. The best thing we can do is move forward and try to deal with what the situation we have is. Plus, we need to deliver the news of Ironcloak back to Vatica.
Cool.
I mean, Thule,
It's-
yeah. Darn it,
God,
why do I
you
always
guys are
confuse
s-
the dwarf names?
because
I
you're
don't know
racist.
why I don't. I
You're
still do
you're
that.
just a racist. That's why.
It's not even
Or-
space
or
racism
sorry,
here,
you're-
which means it's not even
Sorry,
funny.
I'm sorry. You're a
Hey,
xenophobe.
at least you didn't say report back to his
Oh,
family since he doesn't have one.
Fair.
Why are you all looking at me like that?
I can do that, but it'll take some time.
Do what?
I can do that, but it'll take some time.
What is that?
The thing you asked me to.
Oh, the sending? Okay.
Yes.
Will it be faster than riding back to Vatica?
How far away is Vatica?
Like 2-day ride,
Yes.
3 days, somewhere around that range.
Alright, I suggest we get out of here back into that cellar and close it and keep an eye on it while we wait.
Can't we just send the owl with a letter?
Technically, yes. But did you know that owls are the slowest flying bird on planet Earth?
Yeah, I think the owl would be slower, and the owl can only.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
And-
that entire society of wizards uses that
And-
as their means of.
Also,
Yeah,
once
right.
it leaves, what 120
It's
feet
like
away from you,
200
you can't give it commands.
I can tell it where to go. It knows what to do, and it'll come back. I just can't give it direct commands unless it's within 100 feet.
I feel like that would still take longer than just waiting the long rest for him to switch his spells.
I
'cause
also
imagine
feel
that's
like
what it is.
sending an
Yeah.
owl with a note explaining that we basically committed heresy, I guess.
No, we prevented a great horror.
Yes, but we
And
also
we missed
let out.
Chaos. The horror escaped, and here are what to look out for that horror. We know nothing about it.
Still, I don't feel like that'd be a great thing to just send with a bird to fly to Vatica and deliver.
That could be. I think what he's saying is something that could be intercepted.
Yeah, if basically like letting someone who's not super duper in charge know about a book you have is heresy, right? Because if you like told people about the books you had that you're not supposed to have, you could get killed for. Then telling people about anyone finding out
just
about
walk
this, but
out.
also
Lock
He's
it.
saying it's quicker and more secure to
Yeah.
wait and cast the message.
whatever. All right, so
That way he can use NordVPN
Yeah, that makes sense.
to keep his messages secure.
So it'll be 4 days walking, and how much faster do horses go? Like twice
Well, we
as
have an
fast.
extra
something
horse
like that?
now, so I guess I don't need to buy one.
So it'd be like 2 days ride.
I'm just gonna take ownership of Phil's horse because it's convenient.
all right, so long rest then, I guess.
Body.
What, buddy?
Wow.
Are you guys long resting down here, or are you walking the like hour and a half back to town?
Well, I was saying go
functional
and seal. My suggestion, what I said earlier, was seal the cellar and keep watch while we wait to make sure nothing tries to come out. Like
Other than
seal up
what
the
already
manhole, keep a eye on it while we wait for the message.
I'm not planning on leaving this area until someone else shows up.
Yeah, like keep a watch on the main entrance, like with the manhole. As
Okay,
after
so
we
again,
seal
are
it.
you guys spending the night in down here, or are you
In the
spending the night
cellar.
up above, but like in the cellar?
like
in
in
the
the
That
cellar?
was
cellar.
my question. Okay,
there's a
cool.
house attached
You
to the
guys
cellar.
replace
I'm
the
just
lead
gonna take
plate.
func-
Yes.
This is a functional house attached to a cellar. Like,
And I
it's
do
used
just
a
want to
functional
like
house.
just note just some emotional notes for the group. Your friend just died. That you have been journeying with for several months is gone.
Oh, I already know. I'm not
Okay, cool.
I'm not sleeping tonight for the sake of I can't.
So your friend is just gone in a place in a country that you have been told your entire lives is 100% safe, blessed by God himself. Everyone is safe here. He just died in a absolutely terrifying, horrific way that you could do nothing about.
Yes, but also like I would
Notice
assume
I'm
since we've been
falling back on yes, just pass up chain of command.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, I'm just putting notes out. It's for you to do with what you want.
no, I 100% understand, but there's like
Yeah.
ba- just
I
like
got you.
anybody in war,
I got
right?
you.
If
I just wanted to
you're in the
emphasize.
moment, it's not.
Yeah. I just wanted to emphasize before we moved on. So yeah, that night, you guys set up camp between in the house and in the
Oh, before that was McGear resealing that with like arcane lock.
Migir, are you casting Arcane Lock?
Yes. The manhole is sealed.
Cool. How long does Arcane Locks last?
Huh?
How long does Arcane Lock, the normal spell, last? I know how long the one I had in here lasted, but that's a little different.
Un momento. Arcane lock. Until dispelled.
Cool.
It's permanent.
Love it. Fun fact, Arcane Lock is technically still on that thing. It was just suppressed for 10 minutes due to knock.
But it wasn't in place when it
Right, so as soon as you put it back in place, it just Arcane Locks right back the way it was.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah.
Nice.
That's convenient.
So you don't even need to burn the spell slot. Yeah, right? So what are you guys doing this evening? What does your evening routine look like tonight?
So
I'm sure it'll be like many other evenings.
I already put. If you look at the chat, I've already put in the the thing that's in my background since day one of ideals and flaws. Wouldn't you know that
Mhm.
emotions must not cloud logical thinking and stuff like that?
So
I'm
I
not
would
really.
also put out there that those are a framework. It is
Oh,
not
but it's a
necessarily
framework I've
your
done very
entire
well with
character.
holding
That is
to.
up to you.
This is very unfortunate, and it's very troubling that we've lost one of our members. I also don't remember holding any conversations with Thul.
And then you've
Okay,
got
cool. Laura?
and then you've got my ideal.
Yeah, those are bonds.
Huh? What?
Yeah, those are your bonds. Anyways, go ahead.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Then you've got me.
Hmm.
So I'm not really happy about it.
So what does your evening look like? Yeah, what does your evening look like? Walk me through your evening as you guys settle down to rest.
For me,
Like get in character. Like tell me what happens.
I'm probably going to do a lot of staring into the distance. I don't want to cry because I have a pride issue, but
Sure.
I'm not
Maybe
too-
just disappear a couple of times off.
yeah. Probably I'll have to
Maybe
do
kind
something
of disappear off into the nearby woods a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
probably-
mean you can bandage it up. You have healing on hand.
Yeah. My arm doesn't feel too great.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, just sit in the corner all night. Like I said, no sleep. Whetstone knife, just
Just kind of staring off into the middle distance.
yeah.
Iron Cloak, how about you? Magir is Magiring around, probably looking for sandwiches. Kedron is sharpening a knife
Mhm.
way past what it needs, staring off in the middle distance. Alara gets off and walks off a handful of times and then comes back. You have a very high perception, a little red around the eyes around that point, but she obviously doesn't want anyone to see her cry, and is also
So-
staring off into the middle distance.
So for McGear, after everything's kind of settled, he's taking all the notes and artistically drawing all the stuff, and
Okay.
like in the middle of doing all that, like a single tear starts to drop down. He like catches himself, kind of wipes it, and goes back to scribbling almost unfazed. Unless someone has saw the tear, no one would even know that
Okay.
he's even affected. It even surprises
Okay.
him.
Iron Cloak.
I think I'll go find myself a nice little seat next to Kedron.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's doing some not dark and brooding things in a corner.
Oh, he's sharpening his knife way past the point it needs to be sharpened in a corner. Yeah, dark and brooding.
If he okay, he said he comes and sits beside me.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he sits beside me, I'm just gonna reach over, pull out the jug of alchemy, set it to ale, and clunk it. Take a swig and clunk it down between us. Not say anything else.
As he goes to set that down, I'm going to stop him, and I want to pull out a flask of the ale I've been brewing in the past 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
What happened down there?
I don't know.
How'd that door get open?
Me and McGear were over by the bloody magical interface on that beside the switch, and me and Alara heard something. Just sounded like one of the old doors opening in the other room, and when we walked over there, he just walked in.
Did he glance at you and smile first?
Just looked at us over. I don't know. It's like something was puppeting him. The smile was blank and not him. And he just walked in. I don't know what is down there, and I may be growing to not trust the higher ups in Vatican as much as I once did, but whatever is down there needs to never get out, and we need more people to contain it.
No one. Literally no one should ever go down there again.
But inevitably somebody will. We did.
If we get your father involved.
How are we going to explain if we walk out of here and say, oh, one of our members is missing, the holy relics are gone, the holy relic he had is gone, but there's nothing there, don't look, we'll be hanged, and then they'll come and look at us again.
I'm not saying...
About this time, McGear is finishing his notes, and he walks over. He's like, I may have partial answers. There were 3 letters in the old script that stood out, and it pertains to my sect. Beyond that, I don't know much, but if any of my superiors are still connected to that or have knowledge of it, then someone knows more than they've let on, and this has been hidden a very long, long time.
You're saying that Vatican may have already known about this. At least something connected, something close, something related.
I think it's something that they once knew and may have intentionally forgot. Or it's been locked up for so long, no one believed it to still exist.
Well, let's find out what they know.
Given what just happened, for once I actually don't want to know.
Then what do you suggest? If we don't report it, how do we...
Oh,
How?
I fully agree that we should report it. But I would also assume this is something that skips our supervisors. This should go only to your father and anyone he deems on a need-to-know basis.
The more you learn about this, the more you learn about everything that is kept, everything that is twisted. Do you not feel that we should know why?
I-
Things that are taught hard, fast. This is the will of God to the folk. Why is that different for them? For that people like my father?
In my sect, there are things that essentially knowledge is power. And that power is very corruptible, especially when not given by the All Father himself. The knowledge and entities contained down here very easily fall within that category. If they can live untouched for who knows how long and still be alive without sustenance, I do not deign to understand what the All-Father creates. I will say that for our own survival, he gave us the tools to do so, though.
I'm going to look at McGear, reach down, pick up my jug, and take a drink.
Absolutely.
Are you going to share that?
It's here.
McGibb reaches into his cloak, pulls out one of his flasks, pours a little in there, prestidigitation. I don't need ale. I need something that tastes different. So it goes down a little smoother.
Anything else?
Um,
Right.
I'm gonna cork the flask I had as McGear walks over, and after his whole spiel is done.
Yeah.
So, you're telling me that the organization you work for is involved with whatever just killed Brother Thule?
Involved
And-
with?
and-
No.
Hey. And you expect us to trust you? I know we've been through a lot.
My organization locks away things to keep people safe.
Oh,
We
yeah,
walked
you
in
were
something
you
that
were
was locked
definitely
away.
keeping people safe, weren't you? Both of you. You let him die and you left me to die there just like him. And I'm going to stand up and walk to literally whatever the farthest point away from them is.
I mean, you go outside and just walk away if you wanted to.
I'm
or you
not
could
leaving
pick it
that
up.
basement.
Okay, the other side of the cellar. Yeah.
Sure.
And with
Silence
that,
for me
the
from the rest of the night. Just jug.
evening passes. Each of you in solitude. Your own thoughts, your own demons. Kedron, despite your best efforts, you do fall asleep. No, we'll hold that for later. Never mind. Forget what I said. Dawn comes. Little sleep is had. Given circumstances, I will leave it up to you whether or not you choose to take a saving throw for a point of exhaustion or just take a point of exhaustion.
I'll just take it.
Iron Cloak, I will allow you to reorganize your spells. Normally, if you would have to actually sleep to do it, but in this case, I will allow it. A lot just happened. I'm not going to be that much of a jerk.
Was the point of exhaustion for all of us or just for Kedron?
Anyone who doesn't sleep. And then if you don't sleep, it's up to you whether you take a point of exhaustion or you make the saving throw to see if you take a point of exhaustion. So.
Okay. But if we kind of like half slept.
That would definitely be a saving throw if like you're not getting your full 8 hours. Like if you actually sleep and rest the night, right? But that's an RP choice. That's up to you.
Okay.
Morning comes. The dawn has come. Light seeps in around the edges of the cellar door, unless it's open, in which case light streams in. As you all sit in darkness.
What's the name of the town we're in? Sorry for.
I go use the
You're
farmer's.
just outside Bottenbury. Yeah, you're asleep in the bed. That's fine. Everyone else, I think, stayed in the basement. But you're just outside of Bottenbury, is what the town is called. It's a little farm. Or Botbury. Botbury. Everyone who doesn't already have inspiration gets inspiration, by the way.
Yay!
Because that was great. Except for your new character, Thule, because he's not there yet.
Yep, I know.
He feels inspired
Sorry,
to join
Jason,
us.
I can't call you Thule anymore.
So how do you feel about what you've done to this group?
Is it bad? I was kind of hoping for a TPK.
Yes, that is.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
If I'm gonna die, I want to take you all with me.
I don't.
I do know if I put y'all in a tense situation.
So
That was
what are y'all doing in the morning?
Making a sandwich with farmer's own supplies.
Coffee.
I would expect nothing different. There is coffee inside of there. You also have some in your bag. Your choice. Kedron, since you're farthest to the left.
Once breakfast is done, Magir is going to go out and use the ring of mold earth, and I am going to make a makeshift monument memorial to memorialize.
Right now we're doing breakfast stuff. Okay, right now we're doing very beginning of morning stuff. We'll get to that. Kedron, what are you doing?
Father Ironcloak. You ready
Yeah.
to send the message?
Not yet.
Will you send the message?
I can do that.
Very well. Get your rations and do what you need to do to get ready. And I'll hand him a just concise rundown of the scenario. You know, like I said, kind of like I said before, found some dark thing, demons or devils or some sort contained within, need higher ups to contain. Uh,
Yeah.
One escaped. Be wary.
Cool.
Not
Iron
giving
Cloak.
me any details about how they
Yeah.
escaped or anything like that. Just that it was worse than we expected. Just that's kind of the general vibe.
Yep. Iron Cloak. First thing in the morning.
I think I'm just gonna chill in the cellar. I'll have eat some rations. Try and eat some rations.
Yeah. Try and eat some rations for a little bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Breakfast wraps up. McGear goes out to Mold Earth. Does Mold Earth last forever or just for a certain period of time?
Hang on. That's an excellent question because I don't have the spell conveniently saved. Give me one moment. Ring of Move Earth or Mold Earth. I don't know. It's a cantrip. So let me look up the cantrip.
I think it just moves dirt around a little bit. It's not like there's no detail. You can make like a lump of dirt.
Yeah, I think that's about the most you can do. Ilara, coffee. You have some in your bag. You brought with you. Everybody has coffee. I would have asked Jason, but I know what you're doing. Not existing.
Wow. Too soon.
Ilara.
Uh,
Besides coffee.
I guess I'm gonna sharpen my short sword because I don't have an axe anymore.
You have your iron axe. Or your steel axe.
I mean
whatever.
my
Iron, not steel.
I said steel. I've corrected myself. Oh, for your second weapon? For your two-handing? Yeah. Okay, you're sitting there doing
yeah.
that. We'll kind of go into free form. I just kind of wanted to get out of the way, like, the initial actions that people were taking. So however you guys choose to progress the day.
Reset my class resource.
If the day is just slowly rolling by,
Give it a minute. Give me just a minute.
I don't know if you were waiting for us to do something or.
No, Obi, can you? Sorry, actually, I'm just gonna pull him into a private chat for just a second. Okay.
Yes.
To Kedron's dad.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Sweet. That was what I needed just to know where that
Yeah.
was going.
Sorry.
Okay, and you're not letting the rest of the crew know that you're sending this?
I don't necessarily care if Kedron knows, and I don't much care if Alara knows.
You don't want
Specifically,
Megear to
not
know.
sending it anytime.
Kedron
around
probably
here.
sees it because he has a stupid high passive perception.
Well, I'm specifically going to send it because Alara and Megear said they were going up to breakfast, having like searching through the
So
house for
Alara has
breakfast.
coffee in her bag. I think she just made it from there, but Megear was specifically eating breakfast out of
Oh yeah.
farmer stuff.
Well, whenever that happens, if anyone else leaves, it's
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah. Okay, cool. No, Kedron very specifically stated he's not leaving the basement.
sure, I am also not leaving
Okay.
that basement.
Okay, cool. You do get a response. It is, if you're coming to me, that means it's serious, I assume. We'll send guards to stand watch. We'll be there shortly myself.
Did the
Cool.
part about Thule dead not portray seriousness?
That's why he's taking it serious. That's why he's like, that's serious, I presume.
That's like a me quip, not a.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is why he's taking it serious. So we'll go ahead and jump back in. Oops. How do I unwhisper you here? Oh, there it is. Maybe. How do I stop whispering? Can I whisper to Kedron too? Yo, I can bring Kedron in too. You saw Father Ironcloak send a message, by the way. Boop. All right, we're back. You guys are sitting there. It gets to be, you have until set it pretty early, probably until like 10 or 11 o'clock before anything really happens. We'll go to noon. You have until noon before the next thing happens.
Right.
Anything during that time or just chilling? We'll start
At
left to right, Kedron.
some point, I'm going to kind of shift over to Elara.
Mhm.
Elara, did we mess something up in this?
Well, I think probably we should have made sure no one stared into the void.
We don't know he stared into the void.
Yeah, you just know that he opened the door for some reason.
I thought he was staring into it for an hour.
Yeah, you guys were in the other room. Like, this was a separate room. He went back to that room to do that.
We were all taking a short rest,
Yeah,
and he went in
this
there.
was during a short rest.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I think we probably all should have stayed together. Because we don't know what happened.
After we found him, is there anything else that we could have done though? If we saw him walking in.
And if we'd been with him, we could have stopped him. I mean, we didn't do anything morally wrong, but there's certainly things we could have done that we didn't.
I don't know. It still feels like there's something else we could have done. I don't know.
I think anything else we could have done would have resulted in more death.
Father Ironcloak, brother Thule dying, some other monster or beast or whatever it is off into the world. Doesn't exactly feel like a victory, does it?
And now you've forgotten his name.
Way to keep the levity there, guys.
But yeah, like the atmosphere was beautiful. I'm taking away inspiration for that.
Wow.
You all lost your inspiration. I'm kidding. You can keep it.
Yeah.
If I were director, this is a point where I would yell cut.
Hey. You gotta numb the pain.
Cool. Anything else during this time
Pumpkin
frame?
Vatica. That's a bad idea.
Yeah. Also, like,
I don't know. Is Kedron drunk in Vatican
Yeah,
right now?
yeah.
You have a whole alchemy jug there.
Yeah, but over the course of the whole night, even if I drank the whole thing, by this point I wouldn't be.
yeah, but that's a
Okay, just double checking. I
that's a
didn't know how
gallon of
much you-
ale.
Yeah, that's a
All the
lot.
higher
I
ups.
don't know if you've ever tried to
Grow
drink a
up.
gallon of ale.
Bro, you're just like our friend died, and you're like, oh yeah, contact my dad, let him know we need help, and then he gets there, and you're just like absolutely soused.
Plastered.
Hey,
I
there
would say
was
I wouldn't be plastered.
shadow and it ate our friend.
I wouldn't be like drunk, like super bad, like or anything. I might be a little bit like.
To
But
be
not,
fair,
like,
by the time
terrible.
you guys got out of there, it was like 6 o'clock, closer to 4 o'clock in the evening. So like, if he started drinking at 4 p.m. and it's now like 8 a.m.
Yeah,
and it's a
exactly.
gallon of ale,
I'd be mostly fine.
mostly. Although
So,
Kedron does not have an alcohol tolerance, I just want to throw that out there.
yeah.
So
I just think it would be really funny if all the really important people show up and Kedron's like completely wasted, talking about how a shadow ate his friend, and they're just like,
yeah,
"What-
except you do
what
realize what the punishment for drunkenness in Vatican is, right?
Yes.
Probably,
That would be a great way to lose 2 friends in one session.
probably less than losing a relic.
Anyway,
Noon rolls around. Around that time, you all hear the tramping of feet, the jangling of armors. Anyone that peeks out of the cellar will see a column of city guard from what's the name of the place? Hold on.
Botbury.
Yeah, Botbury. Coming up to the house and setting up a perimeter around the house. A rather important looking fellow with knots of rank on his shoulder and nice pointy elf ears and very nice high and tight. Kind of comes walking up and goes, "Hello, Florum Da. Kedron, I believe, actually is in charge of this investigation. Kedron, Dotsonin.
yes, I'll walk up.
There
Yeah.
you are. Hello.
I'm on.
I am High God Thorin of Botbury. I have been instructed to relieve you of your watch, to set a perimeter around this house, and to, under no circumstances, enter it. I'm not going to question that because I've been told not to.
All right.
I say that's wise. We've already lost one, and motion over to the memorial I have set up just to the side of the house.
Which is a lump of dirt.
I
Right?
would
Hold on, let me
say
see.
probably
Where's
decorate
earth?
says
You
I
can
can-
simply excavate it, moving along the ground, deposit or find your way. You can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear. The dirt is stone, spelling out words, creating images, shaping patterns. Okay, cool. It lasts 1 hour. If you did this first thing this morning, it is gone.
Now it's just a lump of dirt.
Yes.
I don't
It
know.
lasts 1 hour.
So Kedron's drunk, and Bakir's just like, yeah, we set up a memorial, and just points to like a random mound of dirt in the yard.
Hey, it's still a shallow grave.
With nothing in it.
Kedron, give me a constitution check. I want to see how tipsy you are.
You remember that time where like
But DM, he only had one drink. It was just a very big one.
You have a spoonful. Pulls out
Wait,
comically large
hold
spoon.
up. I
Con
don't
save?
Yeah.
mean to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy anyways. Does he not have a point of exhaustion, which means it's disadvantage?
He
Not
does.
on saves. Ability checks.
True, and Ilara has been inside the same cellar with him all evening, so that technically gives him the +4.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Kedron's fine. Kedron's totally fine. Yeah, he goes, well, very well. Consider yourselves relieved.
Do you have
Not
any,
sure what's going on, but
did they, people that, whoever sent you, send along further orders for us to report anywhere or just back to our stations?
go back to Botbury, get some rest. You will be contacted. Don't go anywhere. Yeah.
Very well then. I'll start saddling up my horse.
As you guys
And,
begin working to kind of get things ready, Jason, that's the group that everyone says that Thul's with. You don't see Thul, but that's definitely them. That is the famous Filium Dore. That's who he
Florum
was with.
DA?
What was the name again?
You just said Filium Doe.
Oh, Florum DA. Sorry, I don't know. I'm tired. It's been an emotional evening. They're right there. Like you're on guard duty, but you're just setting up a perimeter. Perimeter's been set. People are kind of milling around, getting comfortable, standing watches, starting up rotations and stuff.
You would see McGear because he hasn't gone back to the cellar. He's just been sitting like either inside the house immediately or on the porch.
Oh, Kedron is saddling a horse. Iron Cloak, I don't know what he's doing.
I'm staying in the cellar.
specifically.
I am not.
Okay. Yeah, you have been officially relieved of your watch,
Cool.
and they have so yeah. You see Kedron and you see McGear. Ilara, what are you up to? Specifically?
I'm probably also getting my horse ready.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you see like 3 of the 5 members.
Jason, can you hear us? Jason? Hello?
Oh. We might have lost Jason. Oh no, his headset died.
Man, they don't want us to stay with this like.
Jason.
Nope.
Nothing. I try the onboard mute button for your microphone.
All right, that worked.
Okay,
Yep.
hey, there we go. Yeah, so you see 3 of the 5 members.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush up to them. Where's Stool? Where's my brother? I thought he was with you guys. Where is he? I don't see him.
Who are you walking up to?
You, Kedron.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, please do describe your character, like who walks up to this guy.
All right. This. All right, this is a 7-foot bugbear with silver fur and purple skin with red eyes, weighing about 250-ish pounds.
Wearing a breastplate and carrying a glaive.
Excuse me, you're what?
My brother. Stool.
What? Thul. Oh, right. Thul's
Crazy
from
barbarian.
orphanages.
Alara's watching them completely deer in the headlights.
Thul.
McGear
What-
kind of walks up.
Based on
your
classified
brother?
information, what would I like legally be allowed to say?
He's dead, that's for certain.
Thul.
McGear walks up. Did you say your brother?
Yes, we're brothers. We got the same parents.
Are you aware you're like 2 or 3 times his size?
I just had a growth spurt.
Miguel, I don't believe this is entirely the time for the discussion about the height disparity.
I mean, fair enough. He's no
So,
longer
where
with
is he?
us.
What do you mean? Did he run
There
off
was
again?
An incident on this mission. I'm not sure we can really talk about it at the moment, but he was a casualty of this endeavor.
How?
I'm not sure we can say at the moment. There's a lot
It's
going
not
on
even
here.
really possible to explain. There's not even a body to recover. There's nothing left.
One does not simply just disappear.
But yeah, I think that is more than we should be able to say at the moment.
Explore the
Once
world.
we have spoken with the authorities, we will report back to you with what information we have.
I'm coming with you guys. I
I
want to be
mean-
the first to know.
I have no complaints, but you might want to speak to your supervisor over there about such endeavors.
What was the captain's name again?
I forgot to write it down.
Captain.
Yeah, sure. We'll go back over the video later.
Captain.
Yes.
Our lost member,
Hmm.
one of your cohorts, a family member. Do you mind if he comes with us?
Hmm. Maybe stretch thin for rotation, but I suppose if he's a family member, I can't begrudge it. Very well.
All right,
Thank you,
then.
Captain.
Do you have a horse? Did he show up on a horse?
No, they marched.
They marched.
Would
Well,
he
we have a
fit on
spare
the
now
horse?
because we have the one that
Oh no, McGear took ownership of that. Sorry,
yeah, what about the one you borrowed to get here?
I didn't. I walked.
You walked?
I walked.
No, you borrowed one from the stables because you can do that for free.
Did I?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're in Vatican. You have right of acquisition here.
I thought I walked because I was like the town over versus everyone else, and I still had.
No,
had a
you
horse.
walked to Botbury, but then once everyone convened, you grabbed a horse to ride out with them to the location.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
So there's McGear's, not McGear's. You
There
have
was
the
an
horse.
extra horse.
There's an extra horse.
Yes.
Okay. I'll take that. Smells like Thule.
It's a little too small. Like, you can ride it, but it's definitely he bought a smaller
bought a
horse.
regular horse. He didn't buy a pony.
Yeah, no, like he can physically ride it. It's just he looks ridiculous on this thing because like Thule very much bought a smaller horse for himself.
Is it like loyal on a horse on a
Yes.
Clydesdale?
I'd say like loyal on a large regular horse.
Well, loyal on a Clydesdale still looks like him on like a pony.
Oh yeah, it's like loyal on a Clydesdale. Like it's funny. However, with you guys, well, at least the horses saddled Ironcloak. You're not really leaving the basement, are you?
Nope.
Cool. Nobody's tried to come in so far. You guys saddle up your horses, look around, realize Ironcloak is not with you, and that is where we will end tonight's session. Because I have church at 5 a.m.
Oh boy.
So, everyone, thank you for joining. We will see you next week, and until then, Deus Vult.